Welcome to the Sri Shakti series at the Coffee Conversation Show powered by the Emerging India Forum TIF and a tech partner, Prime Infotech Solution. Theme is the art of elegance, redefining spaces. We have with us Srishti Chawla, founder, Srishti Chawla Florals, a trained floral designer from McQueens Flower School, London. Srishti has redefined how we view flowers not just as decor, but as mood setters, storytellers, and symbols of elegance. With a passion for transforming spaces into unforgettable visual narrative, she is blooming her way into hearts and celebrations across the country. Tune in to explore how one woman's creative conviction led to a flourishing brand and a life by design. So, welcome, Srishti, today's coffee conversation.
Thank you so much for having me here. Really looking forward to this conversation.
Wow. Okay. Uh, so as you know, you know the flow. So I'll just show you to get you inspired. So in the rapid fire round, you'll get this niche marketing, which will autograph and send to you, but you have to be witty, fun, and quick. So let's begin. So friends, I'm Lion Amir Virani, host at Coffee Conversation, legal tech evangelist at Prime Infotech Solution, author of 15 books. We help law firms, corporate legal startup SMEs with world-class technology, software licensing, and tech training solutions. So my first question, Shrishti, from Accenture to aesthetics, how did you first realize floristry was your calling and how has the journey been?
My professional journey has been a roller coaster ride, to be very honest. I did sociology in my graduation. Then I joined corporate. So, I worked with organizations like American Express and Accenture. And to be very honest, I thoroughly had a great time there because that was the time when I got to learn so much. But honestly, while working in the corporate, I always crave to do something more, something creative. So that's when I decided to move into events. And while I was working in events, I worked in various departments. So I worked in designing, production, operations, client servicing. But then I realized that I was happiest around the flowers. So whenever, I was working with flowers, it just gave a different sense of calm, satisfaction. And events can be really chaotic and stressful, to be very honest. But still, working with flowers was surprisingly very calm and meditative. So, if you are able to find something so calming amidst the chaos, I think I realized that this is something which is my calling. So, I pursued a professional floristry course from McQueens, London, and that's how I got into floristry.
Wow, that's good. So let's dive deep into the conversation, Shrishti. How do you balance creative expression with client expectation, especially during high profile events?
It can be tricky to be very honest. So there are certain moments when the vision of clients is not aligned with, what my vision as designer is. But I am very clear on one thing that the priority is client satisfaction. So no matter, how amazing your design is, if your client is not happy, I think at the end of the day, it's sort of, not worth it, right? So I believe that the priority is definitely client's happiness and his satisfaction. So, if at all, the vision is not aligning, I try to politely and gently put forward my point. But if they're not very open to it, I go by what they are saying. And at the end, it's always great to see a happy client.
Wow. Okay. Uh, so what role does sustainability play in your floral choices and event planning approach?
So I try to be as conscious as I can whenever, I am choosing any sort of arrangement or design. So whenever I can, I try to not use floral foam. So floral foam is something which is not very environment friendly. It's hazardous to the environment. So whenever I can, I try to choose other alternatives. And for my bouquet designs, whenever I can, I choose not to use plastic in it. So these are just, small steps how probably we can incorporate sustainability into floristry.
Wow. So have you faced any incident where you had placed order for such type of what do you say, flowers, this type of colors and everything, and the D-Day of the event, uh, your vendor must have called up and said, okay, ma'am, there is a shortage, the supplies have not come in. Then what is your plan B during those times?
So fortunately, till now, such thing has not happened. But talking about the plan B, because this is something, very likely, especially with floristry, because that is something, you sort of experience such circumstances. So for such circumstances, the plan B is to sort of, what we try to do is we always have artificial flowers in place. So we try to balance with, let's say, 75% real flowers and then 25% artificial flowers. So that is one way how you go about it. And the other way is we have other alternative flowers. So if, let's say, a certain flower is not available, then in that case, whatever the alternative is available, we buy that. So those are few ways, how you can sort of go about this particular situation. But fortunately, this situation hasn't really, come to me.
Good to know that Delhi has got a huge flower market like
Yes, yes,
Bombay has. So, because you need your, what do you say, good quality of flowers, good quality of vendor. Yeah. So, my next question will be in your line of business, vendor management is critical. So, what are the key elements according to you, are essential?
So I think when we talk about event planner or a floral designing, I think vendor management is really essential. You need to have your floral vendors in place. So there are certain vendors who provide you with a certain kind of flowers. So I think it is really essential to especially have, those vendors to know about, what is the strength of a certain vendor, what is the weakness of a certain vendor. So that is extremely important as an event planner or a floral designer. And when we talk about vendor management, I think it is extremely important to have that coordination amongst all the vendors. And only then you sort of, create that amazing result on the day. So yeah, that's
Wow.
extremely important.
Thank you. So, thank you for leading me to my next question. What was the biggest wow moment as a floral designer? One project that truly defined your style and that is memorable for in your work till date.
So honestly, after every project, whenever you see that smile on your client's face, that is the perfect moment for every floral designer. But talking about one specific project, we had a wedding in Manali and it was raining the entire day. So we did not really get a lot of time to do the setup. And the rain stopped, and we just had 1 hour to complete the setup, which had the floral aisle and the floral arch in the backdrop. So it was almost impossible to, complete that setup within that particular time. And the client was not ready to move the venue to indoor venue because it was a riverside venue. So they were really, wanting to have the wedding outside.
Mhm.
So my team and I, we put our heart and soul into it, and we completed the setup within that 1 hour, which was almost, nearly impossible. But we were able to do that, and in the end, that was something which was magical, even for me and for my clients. And to get to see that happiness on their faces and my team, like, we've achieved something amazing. So that was one moment that I cannot forget.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. Uh, let's go to your training at McQueen's Flower School. Uh, what made you select this McQueen's Flower School for your career? And I'm dividing into two parts. So, how did your training at McQueen's Flower School influence your design philosophy and approach? And why did you select McQueen's for your to graduate or postgraduate as a florist?
So McQueen is one of the best schools out there for floral designing, and I wanted to learn from the best. So that was the
Mm.
reason why I chose McQueens. And my experience over there is something I can't really, put into words. It was amazing. It was beautiful because that is, it was there that I learned that floristry is not just about, arranging flowers in a certain way. It's about creating mood, storytelling through flowers, and like placing each stem with that care and intention and giving attention to each detail. So that is something that I carried with myself from London and I put into each project. So yeah.
Wow. Okay. So, if someone wants to get into McQueen's Flower School, what is the process steps?
So for that, first of all, it is very important to know why you are getting into floristry. If you want to start your own business as a florist, retail florist, you want to get into wedding floristry. So if you know that what kind of floristry you want to get into, then you can sort of, choose that particular course. So I did a career course, so which had like wedding floristry, retail floristry. So that was a proper like career course that I did. So once you have sort of, chosen what kind of course you want to do, you can enroll yourself either by email to them, or you can directly go to their website and buy that course. So those are the two ways how you can go about it.
Wow. So, from the floral designing world, who has influenced you or has guided you from India and up, internet, up, global?
Well, about guiding me, I don't have anyone as such who guided me through it. So, but when I talk about influencing, so Preston Bailey is someone's, like I absolutely love his work, and
Mhm.
he really inspires me as a floral designer. So I think he is an amazing example of a floral designer, and I absolutely love his work.
Wow. So, Srishti, floristry involves both artistry and logistics. What's one behind the scene reality most people don't see?
So there's so much that goes behind the scene when we talk about events or floristry, because when you see it on Instagram, it's all aesthetics, right? But there's mess, chaos that goes behind. So, first of all, talking about the fluctuations of the rate of flowers. So,
Mhm.
the rate of flowers, it fluctuates like immensely. So, that is one of the challenge that, we as a florist, we face. And secondly, flowers are really delicate. So it's
Yes.
very important to handle them with care. It's important that they are hydrated. And if it's, too warm or hot, they tend to get wilted. So it's very, very important to handle them with care. So that, and then like I spoke about the vendor management, time management. So these are all the things that goes behind the scenes.
Wow. Okay. How important is now social media influencers, especially for floral designers like you?
They are extremely important. I think not just to me as a floral designer, but to mostly all the businesses that are trying to grow. Because I think if you want to reach out to, the masses, I think influencers are those that bridge between your audience and yourself. So I think it's very important for businesses like me to collaborate with them. So yeah, I think it's quite important.
Wow. So let's go to your next project, the project Lotus. Tell us something about this project.
Okay, so this is an event planning company, and I started this back in 2022. And I
Mhm.
co-founded it with my business partner, Sachit Arora. So we manage and plan events, corporate events, and social events. And this was my first venture, so I am deeply connected to it. And I feel that without the Project Lotus, there wouldn't have been Srishti Chawla Florals. So yeah, I'm
Okay.
deeply connected to the Project Lotus as well.
Wow, beautiful. Okay. So, Srishi, do you think Indian wedding industry is becoming more experiential with floral design now than before?
Yes, absolutely. Because earlier, I think the clients weren't very open to trying out new designs, but now they are more receptive. They want to explore and experiment. They are moving beyond roses and tuberose and marigolds. So, absolutely.
Srishi, what's the most challenging aspect of managing a floral business in India's competitive event industry?
So, this is something which is my personal experience. At this point of time, I feel a lot of Indian people are not very familiar with the concept of floral designing. Like when we go 10 years back, I think event planning and wedding designing and wedding planning was something very new. A lot of people did not know about that. But at this point of time, I think most of the Indians, they are very familiar with this concept. But if I talk about floral designing, it's something which is still sort of, finding its place. So that is one challenge which I feel is there, because that small section of people who are familiar with floral designing, I think there are big players in the market who have sort of captured that market. So it can get slightly challenging to find your space there. So yeah.
Beautiful. So, my last question for your professional journey round: what advice would you give to someone looking to switch careers into something as niche and aesthetic as floral designing?
So listen to your voice, inner voice. And if it's something which is calling out to you, I think definitely there's a reason behind it. But at the same time, I would say that take it slow, because even when I made the switch, I took it really slow. So probably assist designers in a project or two, and take a short-term course into floristry, and then work with flowers with your hand to understand, what goes behind the scenes. And after that, I think it's a beautiful field to work in. So yeah.
Wow. So, let's go to the next round and understand Srishti as a person. Tell us about your family and your formative years.
So, in my family, I have my mother. She's a retired air hostess now. I have my sister. She is still in college. I have my dog, Nico. And I lost my father 4 years back. But
Okay.
we deeply remember him always. And in fact, it was his wish for me to start a business and do something of my own. So, yeah.
Mhm. Wow. Okay. So, let's go to Pearl's Academy. What is the experience and memories you have?
Pearl Academy has played a very important role in my professional growth, and for me to sort of, like understand myself as a designer. Because when I made switch from corporate to events, I found my mentors there. They were the ones who were, sort of guiding me, because I was always a creative person, but I did not have that direction that how to take this professionally. So Pearl Academy is where I found those amazing teachers who were not just teachers, they were mentors and guides. So it has played a very important role in my journey.
Wow. So, what is a hobby or creative pursuit which helps you to unwind and recharge?
I love to travel. So whenever I get a chance, I travel to new places, because that is something that really helps me unwind and recharge. And depending on what I am looking for, there are moments when I sort of want to reconnect with the nature, slow down. That's the time when I travel to mountains. Or if I want to sort of, explore new places, uh, or try something new and adventurous, I go to beach destinations or explore different cities. So, yeah, traveling.
So, what are your travel plans for 2025?
2025. So, firstly, there's something that has been on my list since a very long time, and I really want to do scuba course. So for that, I'm planning to travel to Andaman. So that is something which is on my list. So I also love to run in marathons. So I am planning to run in Ladakh marathon. So I'll be traveling to Ladakh. So these are the two things that are definitely on my list. But other than that, let's see.
So for your information, that too, there are a couple of coffee speakers. You are into scuba diving. They have taken professional training. I'll get you connected. Then recently with the coffee with Lovjit Singh, he's a marathoner, professional, and in spite he being a partner at a law firm Chandrak and Mahajan, he still continues being a marathoner, and he participates in marathon.
Lovely.
They will guide you and they will become your, what do you say, mentor, inspiring role model,
Right.
because both of them are lawyers.
Oh, wow.
And we have seen lawyers have got beautiful creative interest pursuits, which they say, "Okay, by lawyers don't have that creative, or they just focus on work." But during the coffee conversations in this 5 years journey, we have seen not only lawyers, all the beautiful people out there. They have
Yeah.
some hobbies, creative pursuits, interests, passions, which they follow and apna discover, reconnect during coffee conversations, something which they have forgotten, and which helps them to again reconnect and plan out.
Absolutely. In fact, there's a book called The Artist's Way, and the author says that there's an artist in each one of us. So it's just about, exploring that artist.
Can you share more detail apna, about this book that will help us viewers out there?
Okay, so this is a therapy in book for all the artists. So if at all someone is sort of, wanting to explore an artist within them, or if there's an artist who feels that there's a creative block, so I would highly recommend this book. So it has 12 chapters, and you're supposed to read these 12 chapters, like each chapter, 1 week, and the author gives you certain tasks, so you do those tasks, and there are two things that are there that you are supposed to do each and every week. First is your morning pages, so you write down your thoughts whenever you get up, write down 3 pages, and the second is the artist date. So the concept of artist date is to each week go on a date with yourself, your inner artist. It could be a movie date, it could be a coffee date, or just walking in a park. So it's an absolutely lovely book. So I would highly recommend you to read it, or anyone out
Beautiful.
there. Yeah.
So, what does the weekend look for Shrishti?
Weekend is all about slowing down. So I
Mhm.
love to spend time with my dog Nico, and
Mhm.
have a perfect cup of coffee. Not instant coffee, but brew it in my French press, and then, drink coffee without any rush. Listen to songs, read a book or two, or probably just watch a movie with my family. So nothing fancy, just slowing down.
If your friends had to describe you in 3 words, what would it be?
If my friends had to describe me in 3 words,
Yes.
I think one would be creative, I guess. Um, the other one would be shy. And I think the
Mhm.
third one would be unpredictable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, if your friends ye, call you for their family members' wedding, or for their events, for what do you say, floral arrangements,
Right.
how would you go about?
I would love to do that. I mean, whenever I get a chance to create arrangements, because like floristry is not just about, earning money for me. It's a
Hmm.
passion. So whenever I get a chance, I grab that opportunity. So I would love to.
So, any dream project for floral arrangements you're looking forward in.
So I really want to do floral arrangement for one of the fashion shows. So that is
Mhm.
something that's on my list, and a dream project, if I may call it. So that's on my list for sure.
So my last two ones are reflective. What are your plans for 2025 personally and professionally?
So personally, I recently did a yoga course. So I want to practice yoga more consistently. And I also want to focus a little more on fitness. And at the same time, I am part of this amazing group called Toastmasters, which is all about public speaking. So I really want to grow as a public speaker as well. So these are
Wow.
the two, fronts where I want to work personally. And talking about professionally, because I've just recently started with my floral designing company called Srishti Chawla Florals. I want to focus on that, reach to as many people as I can through social media, and at the same time work on various projects and explore what's there for me as a floral designer.
That's interesting to know that you are a Toastmaster. So, one of our coffee speakers is a Toastmaster and he's an area director also.
Oh, wow. In
So,
Mumbai?
no, 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 no. He's from अपना ये Coimbatore. He's a cybersecurity consultant for automotive industry.
Right.
Vyasak Shurish. And अपना that was surprising. अपना cybersecurity, automation, and being a Toastmaster, and that too of a different region, Bangalore.
Amazing.
Amazing. So travel, everything, and अपना, and he's become an area director also.
That's
So
really amazing.
you must be knowing what is an area director.
Yeah,
Do you
so
know?
we have clubs, then we
Yes.
have areas and districts. So
Yes.
that is how it works. So even in terms of leadership, so there are leadership on club level, then district level and area level. So yeah.
Yes. So there is another organization, ye Public Speakers Professional Association. I don't know the full name properly.
Mhm.
Uh, in this forum community, there are trainers and consultants who. This also apply about public speaking. This is also an international organization like Toastmasters, but at a different. Their working is different.
Okay.
They also want to do public speaking. Yeah, Professional Speakers Association.
Okay.
And there is अपना ये two three coffee speakers who are part of this ये community. But uh, यहाँ पे there are trainers and consultants all those. And in Toastmasters, it's a mixed crowd.
Right. Right. It's a mixed crowd. So we also
Yes.
have college students, then we have working professionals. So it's mixed. But that's the
Okay.
beauty of it.
Yeah. So my last one is a googly one. Describe Srishti in one line.
Okay, so Shrishti is someone who gets up every time life sort of, whenever she falls down, she gets up. So that is Shrishti.
Wow. So let's go to next round and the rapid fire. I'll put you in the hot seat. Your go-to comfort food.
Rajma Chawal.
One flower that matches your personality.
Lotus.
Ah. Midnight inspiration or morning creativity.
Morning creativity.
Favorite floral scent.
Mogra.
Roses or peonies.
Peonies.
One celebrity you would love to create floral installation.
Virat Kohli.
Petals or sequins for the perfect vibe.
Petals or
Sequins for the perfect vibe.
petals.
Best piece of advice received.
Just do it.
Your dream travel place.
Antarctica.
Wow. Tea with petals or coffee with cream?
Coffee.
That
Definitely
was a
coffee.
let's ritual.
Yeah.
So you did well. And here's a book, Niche Marketing, which will be autographed and sent to you. So, Srishti, this was truly an inspiring and heartwarming conversation. Your journey from the corporate world to redefining elegance with floral is a powerful reminder that following a creative conviction can bloom into something extraordinary. So, So, all those viewers out there, stay tuned for such vibrant and thought provoking conversations. Subscribe to our Coffee Corner show where there are 500 plus coffee speakers sharing their inspiring personal professional journey. And if you want to be featured like Srishti, visit our website, the Emerging India Forum or LinkedIn page, or connect with coffee speakers who would refer to our team and invite you to a cup of coffee to continue the conversation. So don't forget to subscribe and keep sipping inspiration with us. So thank you. We meet tomorrow with another coffee speaker. Take
Thank
care.
you so much for having me here.
Yeah.
Thank you.